Hi, I'm Carl with Apt, and in this video we'll be giving you a closer look at the CyberPower PC Tracer 3 Slim VR500 gaming notebook. This particular model comes with a 17.3-inch IPS 144Hz screen with a resolution of 1920 by 1080. The details are great, and color quality and brightness are just what you'd expect from a gaming notebook at this price point. At the top of the monitor, you get a 720p webcam with a microphone built into a bezel that's not the slimmest we've ever seen, but definitely not the thickest either. As you work your way down, you'll see a fully programmable RGB mechanical keyboard that has a great feel to it. And just under that is your trackpad, which is decent for working on in limited gaming. And although the trackpad is a decent size at 104 by 72 millimeters, we'd still recommend considering a gaming mouse for the best experience. As you move around the sides, you'll see all your I/O. On one side, you've got two Gen 1 USB 3.1s and a card reader. On the other side, there's a USB 2.0, as well as inputs for Ethernet, headphones, and a microphone. As you move around back, there's also two mini display ports, an HDMI output, a USB 3.1 Type-C, and your power plug connection. There's also going to be Bluetooth 5.0 and dual-band Wi-Fi built in for all your wireless connections. For internals, you get a Core i7-9750H 2.4 GHz processor, Intel HM370 chipset, 16 gigs of DDR4 SODIMM memory, 512 GB solid-state drive, and NVIDIA RTX 2070 Max-Q design graphics with 8 gigs of GDDR6 RAM. So you get a ton of power here to handle some intense gaming, and it's not overly bulky like some gaming laptops can be. The footprint when it's closed is just over 15.5 inches wide, just over 10.25 inches deep, and just over an inch tall. And it only weighs about 5.25 pounds, which wouldn't be considered light, but it's not unmanageable if you have a good bag or a backpack. And part of that weight comes from the 4-cell 62.32 watt-hour battery built in, which allows for some short-term battery use depending on what you're doing, but I would definitely recommend keeping the power cord handy. From the outside, it looks like a pretty standard notebook. The only thing that really gives it away as a gaming computer when it's closed is maybe the logo a little bit and the long RGB strip below the trackpad, but even that kind of stays out of the way. So it's got an inconspicuous design, great internals, especially for gaming, and plenty of inputs. If you're in the market for a gaming notebook that'll give you performance similar to a desktop for a reasonable price, I'd highly recommend considering the Tracer 3 Slim VR500. If you have any questions on this notebook or anything else Apt carries, be sure to call, email, or chat with one of our experts online.